Hey everybody, Don here. Well, if you know me, you know I don't spend a lot of time sitting around. If I'm not working on the property, or the food plots or whatever, well, then I'm out fishing or hiking or something. I'm going to head out to the food plot and check my cameras. I got a couple of cuttybacks out there, and I haven't pulled the cards in, I don't know, 3 weeks, I guess. So we're going to take a walk out there and see what it looks like. I know the food plots are probably way overdue being mowed. I've mowed them twice, but the last time I was out there, I grabbed a branch or something and threw the belt off the tractor. I haven't gotten back out there, so we'll take a walk out, see how the food plots look, and see what's on the cameras. The hell's been eating that? Huh. That's kind of weird. Huh. Well, the clover looks good. Chicory looks good. A lot of grass growing up. I do need to get out here and mow this before it all goes to seed. Pond is looking pretty low, pretty murky. Yeah, you can see, I got a lot of clover, a lot of chicory, and a lot of other kinds of weeds, but I'm looking. A lot of the clover has been nipped. I need to get in here and mow this before all this grass goes to seed. I'm going to till it all up next year and start fresh. Think the woodpeckers like that tree? Big old maple, still alive. But that's a pileated woodpecker has done that. That's crazy. I use the bear boxes, even on my own property for the bears. I don't lock them up here. But when I go onto public land, I lock them up. Hey everybody, it's Saturday, 27th of July. I just got back. I've been in California for a week for work, and going to do a card pull this morning. Last weekend I tried to get the rototiller mounted on the tractor because up in the back I've got one fall food plot that still needs to be planted, but it needs to be tilled up. So we had some issues with the tiller. When we got the thing mounted, PTO wouldn't work. Mice. Freaking mice. Look at that. They got inside that whole console from top to bottom. Must have chewed on some wires or something. So we'll clean that out and see what we can figure out what's going on. The ignition still works. Everything still worked except for the PTO. So hopefully it's just a wire got chewed going into the PTO solenoid, and we can figure that out. And we've had a lot of rain while I was gone, and I was supposed to get some more rain, so I really want to get that planted so I can take advantage of that moisture. Cleaned out all the mouse crap in the center console and repaired a couple wires that were disconnected, and still no PTO. So we kind of figured that it's this little gem right here. Look at that. That is that big. And that cost that much. So hopefully that is the culprit, because if it's not, it's an electrical part and there's no return. So let's put that thing on and see what happens. You know, with the PTO not working on the tractor, I would have rototilled this in a long time ago, but since I can't do that, I'm doing that. Man, luckily this food plot isn't very big, but last year I had it planted in frigid forage Big and Beastie, which is a brassica mix. And my experience with most brassicas is they don't get hit until after they've been frosted really good. But that Big and Beastie, man, the deer loved it from the day it went in. And in the end of the summer, this plot was super lush. And by the time bow season started, they had wiped it out. Now you see there is a little bit of clover that came up. I planted a little clover in there, but not nearly what I want. The plots down there are loaded with clover. So this year, I'm going to plant this in Honey Hole by Antler King. Had great luck with that in the past, and hopefully they won't hit it until after first frost. So I'm going to till this thing up by hand the old-fashioned way, and see what it looks like, and then I'll show you what I'm planting. Well, I've got it about half done with the first pass. I've been throwing the rocks out as I unearth them. You know, I've disked this twice in previous years and then rototilled it with the tractor last year. And I've rocked it every time in between, but this is the Granite State, and they don't call it the Granite State for nothing. I should be growing rocks instead of trying to plant food plots, because every year more rocks come out. You don't even have to plant them. I'm going to go in and change my shirt and get a drink. I got a feeling this is going to be about a 4-shirt job. So I'll be back in just a bit. Well, I went in the house, rehydrated, had a shirt and a hatch change. Both of them were completely soaked after only about an hour. We got an extreme heat alert here in New Hampshire. It's supposed to be in the mid-90s today. Humidity is still really pretty high. My problem is my work takes me away from home during the week a lot, and I just have not gotten around to getting this stuff done. So, you know, when I have time, I gotta get it done, and I can't be worrying about the temperature or the heat. So I'm gonna try to finish up the first pass, get this whole thing, tilled in, and then I'll give you a look at it, and then maybe I'll rake it out and do a cross pass just to help even it out a little bit. But I'll be back in a little bit, probably wearing a different shirt and a different hat. Man, 2.5 hours into this job. I am whipped, but I've got it all done longitudinally, lengthwise, and about a third of it second pass perpendicular, just to help smooth it out a little bit. So I gotta go to the house and put on shirt number 3, rehydrate. I am soaked. I'm gonna get some lunch and then get this finished, get this till finished this afternoon. Hard work. Hope it pays some big dividends this fall. Well, here I am again. Just took a break for lunch, rehydrated, got a little food in me. Now I'm going to come out and finish tilling this crosshatch, go perpendicular to the first till. Then I'm going to rake it out real light, and then I'm going to put some fertilizer down. There was some clover in there, so I won't need much nitrogen, but I'm going to go ahead and use what I got left of this fertilizer, and then I'm going to plant the honey hole and pray that these rainstorms come through like they're supposed to. I'm done raking it out. Normally I'd have done that with the four-wheeler and a piece of chain link fence, but man, this is a bad year for equipment with me. PTO on the tractor isn't working. I tried to start the four-wheeler this morning. I haven't run it all year and battery was dead. So I raked it all by hand. I threw down some fertilizer. You can see what I got here. It was a bag of leftover that I had from last year. It's 16, 16, 16. I had clover in here, so it's not going to need a lot of nitrogen, but whatever. It's what I had, and that's what I'm going to use. So, and then this is what I'm going to plant. Antler King honey hole. I've had really good luck with this in the past. That should be enough. Well, I just got done planting my food plot about an hour ago. Spent the day rototilling, raking, fertilizing, and planting. And asked the Lord for a little bit of rain. And my prayers are answered. Well, hey everybody, it's been about 7 days since I planted this upper food plot up here, and we've had a lot of rain, which is what I was praying for. And let me just give you a look. This thing has germinated nicely. It's really starting to pop, so hang on. Let me take a look at that from front to back and side to side. The honey hole is germinating nicely, so I might have it a little thick. I always tend to put it in a little too thick, but that's all right. I think come October, this is going to be nice and lush, and from that tree stand right there, hopefully I'll kill a nice deer, or two. So I'll keep you posted on how this thing grows, and if you got any questions, feel free to ask. Take care. Have a good one.